Hey, what's up, guys? I am back with another video. I hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Libra. What's up, Libra? Okay. So I'm going to apologize in advance for any background noise, Libra. Okay. And just a quick shout out to my new subscribers. I appreciate you. But if you're new, welcome to Casual Tarot. Just remember, Libra, it's a big world. All right. So it is general. And this is definitely not professional advice. You do what you want, Libra. But we'll get into it. So far, I've been sensing that some of you have, well, yeah, you have something weighing on your mind very heavily, actually. Some of you may be worried or just confused about something. I feel like you'll be surprised. So it could even be like a decision, but I feel like some of you have changed the way that you see things. Okay. You have a different outlook. And so maybe there's some things that maybe you want to do or want to accomplish that you're kind of iffy about. I don't feel like you need to worry though. Again, it's general, Libra. Okay. So whoever can relate. See, things aren't so bad. Okay. I will say that some of you have, it's either you've been through something recently or it could just be like throughout your life where things have not been fair, even. It's like you're giving, but you're not receiving. That's gonna change pretty quick. Okay. I will say for some of you, it may stem from a decision. You know what I'm saying? So if you're hesitating on something, just, follow your instincts, your intuition. I feel like, some of you already know the answer. Yeah, I had a feeling maybe connected to your past here. Some of you already know the decision. It's just that you're wondering if it's the right decision. I feel like you're going to be surprised. So I guess you won't know unless you do it, huh? You have the Six of Cups upright. There's a lot of young people around you. You have the Page of Wands in reverse. You have the King of Wands in reverse. Also angry people around you. Okay. I feel like a lot of it stems from the past, but then there's like things going on presently, or at least very recent. Okay. I feel like some of you may be angry too. Okay. It's not just you. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's other people. And I feel like other people are, it's almost like they're igniting things, because that's what I feel like that page is doing. He's going around lighting little fires and walking away. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There may be someone that's going around, instigating or just starting things. Okay. And it has you upset, but it has other people upset too. Now I did say I feel there may be a lot of children around you, or just well, it might be both, immature people too, because I feel like whoever is setting off these little fires is immature. Okay, they're acting immature, but it does stem from anger and jealousy is what I'm sensing. They may even be convincing other people of things like they're right, but it's clear that they are not. So if they are being supported or cheered on, then there's some blindness there. Okay, or maybe there are people that just don't care. Okay, because I kind of feel like it's a little bit of both. It's like some people can't see it, and then others, they see it, but it's like they don't really care. Okay, so maybe there's another issue that is more important. You know what I'm saying? Like they may also have an issue with you. So it's like they don't care what the page does. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you have the Queen of Swords here too. Okay, and for me, this is Libra. Okay, and I feel like this is how you need to be, this queen. Okay, as I said earlier, I felt like some of you have a new outlook. Okay, you're processing things differently, you're thinking differently. You have some decisions to make. Please do not hesitate on them, because I do feel like some may be time sensitive. Okay, others is more about, I feel like you know the answer, you're just not, you're not confident in what you're coming up with, or it could just be that it's a difficult decision. Okay, but she's up high above, she can see clearly. Okay, far. Okay, and I feel like you have that on your side. Okay, but you have to be a little stern with some people. Some of you may be dealing with an ex. It doesn't have to be, it could be just someone close to you, but this can represent divorce, someone who's divorced. And I feel like there is someone in your orbit that is very upset, and you may have to lay down that law, Libra. Okay, with this king. Okay, because this king is very upset about something. Now, I feel like for some of you, you may be connected, but this king is upset about a lot of things. They may be upset at a group of people. Okay, you included. Okay, I do feel like some of you, there's something that you want to do. I think some of you are going back and trying to do things that you thought about when you were younger. And it's a good thing. It is. Okay. Because I feel like it's like giving you peace, it's helping you heal. Just be careful, because I also feel like you go back and think about other things that do not serve you. Okay. I told you need to make a decision. What are you waiting for? Okay. What are you waiting for, Libra? I feel like you have the answer. And even if you think you don't, you're going to be okay. You have very good instincts, very good judgment. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like some of you are confused about something. With that, I just feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay. So maybe some of you have an itch to do something. Maybe some of you want to reconnect with someone in the past. You know what I'm saying? For maybe your childhood, or just reconcile in some way. Okay. Because I feel like there's some of that in there too. I kind of feel like you don't want to hear it though. But slowly, I feel like you're starting to see that things may be different. Okay. So this may be connected to other people, where you're kind of checking everyone out, analyzing, seeing if they're worth it. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Some of you are definitely newly single. Look at that. 9 of Pentacles, which is also a single card. She's independent, a lot of growth, a lot of potential. Okay. Some of you have gotten over something. Okay. I feel like that's a physical thing. I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I'm sensing. You might have went through some journey or some health situation that I feel like you're doing so much better. So much better. It's like you're a new person. But I also feel like just in life you're growing to a really, really good place. Okay. Some of you may even be getting an upgrade. I feel like some of you have just been working hard, and now you're just enjoying everything that you have gained, okay? Which is a really good thing. Be very creative. The problem is, I feel like a lot of you should just, if you didn't have these angry people around you, I feel like your life would be like just peaceful and chill. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, because I feel like there may be some things that are just rolling onto your life too much, because I feel like they may be other people's problems. Even if you're connected, I don't feel like you are a main player, so to speak. Okay. And I feel like you're at a place where you can just really enjoy life, but then you have this little situation going on. So maybe that's why you need to be that queen and just, lay that law down. 7 of Swords. You know, Maybe that's where that anger is coming from. There's a lot of betrayal, a lot of lying, a lot of gossip. Okay. Someone betrayed you, and I feel like it's over, but for some of you, it was very recent where you're still feeling that burn. Okay. It's hard to get over. For some of you, this may even be like a money work thing. I feel like someone tried to take something that doesn't belong to them. So it can be an object, it can be money, it can just be credit. Okay. I do feel like for some, you prove someone wrong and they're not happy about it. So that's partly why that anger is coming up. But I do feel like it's also you in other situations. Okay. People doing things, and I do feel like whatever they're doing is not right, but at the same time I feel like you know who you're dealing with. And sometimes there's certain situations where it's just no matter what you do, it's like they don't see it or they don't care. I have to say they don't care because I feel like it's both. Like I said earlier, it's like some may not truly know what's going on. I mean, they do, but they don't. It's like they're blind. They only see certain things. Okay. But then there's others that I just feel like they're just watching and they know. And that upsets you, you know? Yeah, I said a lot of lying, a lot of gossip, a lot of people, a lot of immature energy. Because even if you have children or younger people around you, I still feel like there's a lot of people acting immature here. Okay. Queen of Pentacles you have here. Page of Swords in reverse. And you just want to chill. I told you, some of you are getting upgrades. Some of you have reached some endpoint, some goal, and you're chilling. It's just that you have people around you that just, I feel like they won't stop. Like this is one of many situations. Okay. If you do get involved, for some who need to, okay, need to lay down that law, whatever, or need to make a decision connected to this, make sure you got all the information, Libra. Okay, because I have a feeling that some people are either withholding information or just not telling the whole story. Or there's just, you know how there's two sides to every story and then there's the truth. Well, try to aim for the truth, okay? Because not everyone's truth is the same. You know, one person could see something one way and think that they're right. And then another person could see something, the same exact thing, and interpret it different and think that they're right. And it's not really that they're being malicious, it's that they just interpreting things differently. Now, don't get me wrong, there's others that they know, okay? They definitely know. And that's why I said it's almost like someone likes to set little fires and watch the show. Watch everyone running around, you know what I'm saying? In desperation or trying to put them out. It's like they get a kick out of it. It's odd. Okay. I feel like you know who this person is, or for some of you is more than one person, because I kind of feel like it may be like 3 or 4. It may be one that goes and lights the match, but it's like 3 or 4 that like go do it there, you know, metaphorically. Okay. And I feel like you should just be chilling, working towards something new. Maybe that's what you're confused about, because I feel like some of you want to do something. Okay, you want to do something else. So maybe you reach a place in your life where you're like, you know, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. Now it's time to start something new. And you know, this king can also be about creativity and, you know, having the courage to go manifest those things, make them happen, make them a reality. Okay. But there may be some things you need to learn, or maybe just I had a feeling that some of you were thinking about things from the past that you want to do, so maybe you need to take a course or just brush up on your skills, your talent. Okay. But I feel like you can be very successful, but Libra, big distraction. Big distraction. So I feel like that's why it's coming up. I feel like you shouldn't even put too much energy into this. You have the moon in reverse as your top card. Yeah, you know, no one could pull the wool over your eyes, Libra, anymore. I feel like you, like I said, you're like this queen. You can see now. You can see right through people. You probably read people very well, their motives, their intention. Because I feel like there was a lot of deception with these cards. These are, you know, this is a card of thieves. This can be deception, illusions. You know what I'm saying with the moon? I feel like a lot has come to light. You've learned a lot. And you've learned how to read people, how to read their, you know, intention. Okay. But I feel like you've been through so much where you may just be a suspicious person about everyone. Okay. But I feel like no one can fool you. No one can fool you anymore. Okay. The people that you're dealing with, like, I feel like you've learned so much about them that it's like you can probably predict their moves. But I feel like they can't even touch you anymore because, like I said, you're this queen up in the cloud, above the clouds, I should say. Okay. It's like they can't touch you. They can't touch you. You've been through a lot. I feel like you definitely sacrificed a lot with the hangman. But you learned a lot. You learned a lot. So I kind of feel like not only can you see clearly, but you just have this new wisdom, okay? Newfound wisdom, and it's going to help you. It really is. Let go of a lot because I feel like all these things that may be going on are very little compared to what you've been through in the past. And you're starting to learn that some things are just not worth it. I feel like you just want to live your life. But as I said earlier, I feel like a lot of things are spilling onto into your life. So maybe you need to put some blocks up and, like I said, just lay down the law and be like, yo, keep that drama over there. Okay. Don't bring it to my court. You ain't with it. Okay. You're too busy growing. Okay. You're too busy working on yourself. I also feel like you can heal other people. Maybe some of you are healers, whether that's in a medical way or just emotional healers, whatever. I just feel like you heal people. You may even talk to people, give them good advice or whatever. I think there may be people around you that need that, okay? That you may not realize, but also I feel like, you know, that actually may be partly what you're holding back on. I feel like you have some advice to give, but you're like biting your tongue. You know, maybe you're worried the person won't receive it well. I feel like if it needs to be said, say it. You know, you can't control what they do with that advice, but I would give it because I do feel like you have a healing touch. I kind of feel like it's both ways, physically and like emotional. So maybe some of you are just good at giving advice, but maybe some of you are in the medical field because I keep sensing something physical. And I also feel like some of you have been through something physical where you're like really working on yourself and you probably feel stronger. Whatever you're doing, whether you're getting more rest, working out, eating well, whatever it is, I feel like it's a really good thing. Like you feel energetic, you feel stable. Honestly, I feel like you're doing great. It's just your circle. Your circle. A little bit of letting go of the past, I would say, because I feel like you let go of a lot, but there are things that maybe you're still holding on to because I do feel like you're a bit angry yourself. Let's see what your final message is. I also feel like some of you feel like you sacrifice time. As I said earlier, some of you feel like, you know, you give, and you're not receiving. But I feel like you took yourself out of those situations. You're not in those situations anymore. You may have finally realized how valuable you are, your time is, your energy is, okay? Your peace of mind, because that's important. I don't know. You know, that's been coming up a lot. Peace of mind. Like, I feel like everyone's stressed. Bitch fire, stand up for yourself. See, I told you, some of you just need to lay down that law and be like, keep that shit over there. Okay? I'm chilling. Leave me alone. I'm just saying. Especially if it has nothing to do with you. Because I feel like a lot of it is like other people. Like, oh, you know, this one said that. This one said this one did that. And it's like, yeah, you're connected in some way, but not really. You know? It kind of reminded me of Aries, where I felt like, you know, sometimes you gotta let people solve their own problems, you know? I'm not saying don't help, because I do feel like you have good advice, but you just gotta know who to help, when to help, you know, make sure when you're helping, the person is calm to actually, you know, process what you're saying. Because when people are angry and just not listening and doing whatever, it's very hard for them to truly hear, okay? And listen and process things, you know what I'm saying? Because they're too, you know, they're seeing red, so it's very hard. Oh, that's funny. This, it says red. Red, forgive, red. I had a feeling that some of you may be thinking about reconciliation. Look into that a little. Okay, I say a little only because some people deserve it, some people don't. But I feel like there's something there. You have good memories about something, but it's like you're not sure if that's what you're going to get in the present. I feel like you're going to be surprised. So, I don't know, Libra. Don't be so quick to brush it off, you know what I'm saying? But practice forgiveness. You know, some of the people you're dealing with are just, they don't see it. They don't see it. And I'm not saying let them get away with things. I'm saying forgive so that you can move forward and focus on this beautiful path that you're on. Okay? Because it's really good. It is really good, Libra. But that is your message. I hope it helps in some way, and good luck.